welcome to Her Smile. At Her Smile, we believe you are what you eat, think, do, and wear. We specialize in her energy, her beauty, her healthy waistline, and her skincare, her makeup artistry, and her style. But you are nothing without your health, so we always start with that first. And welcome. And thank you for joining me. Tonight is a topic that we're hearing constantly, and that is that we're being readily reminded that inflammation is the cause of chronic illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, asthma, cancers, okay? So inflammation is the reason why our immune systems break down. So what do we do to prevent this? Well, it's about the food you choose to eat, okay? The food you choose to eat is either your medicine or it's the cause of your pain and illness. And sorry ladies, but that's the bottom line, is you are what you eat, okay? You're also what you do. So exercise has a lot to do with it as well. And you are what you think. So stress has a lot to do with your breakdown of your immune system. Good, okay. So if you get injured or sick, what the body does is the immune system kicks in and it sends out a healing brigade of cells, and it sends out a response so that then it goes and it makes the foreign bodies in your body feel as though they're being attacked, okay? And that's what they call an inflammatory response. It sends out a brigade of healing of cells to the area, to the infection, to wherever the problem is, causes inflammation, and it fights the invader, whether it's pollen, whether it's chemical, whether it's the wrong food in your stomach, okay? That's now created the inflammatory response in your blood or whatever, okay? So, what do we do? What should we be doing, okay? The thing is, the problem is constantly eating the wrong foods means that your body is in a constant state of inflammation. And this is what the problem is that the body never gets a break, an opportunity to rest. Because we're constantly eating the wrong things, and then the body is now trying to process all these things that don't belong there, pushing it through the kidneys, the liver, trying to deal with it, depositing visceral fat. You've got high levels of blood sugar, high levels of sugar in your blood, so the body's constantly trying to repair and heal. It doesn't get a break. All those internal organs are stressed and overworked, and so that's the reason why your immune system breaks down, and because its job is to heal, and it just can't, it's overworked. And so then everything starts to degrade, and you end up with the heart disease, the diabetes, the cancer, the asthma, whatever it is that it's manifested itself into you, okay? So, as we've discussed, what causes inflammation? Constantly eating incorrectly, all right? So the body's taxed. Eating too much, overeating, okay? Environmental toxins, so what you're breathing in, what you're inhaling, what you're drinking in the water, and so consuming, and then high levels of stress, because as you know, we live in a very stressful time, okay? So we also live in a culture of convenience foods. So because our lives are busy, because we're stressed, because we're on the go, we go for the convenient way to eat, which is also comforting. Okay, so we go for the carbs, the stuff that the body doesn't even recognize as food anymore, and we just comforted by it. It's convenient, so we grab it, we eat it, and we're constantly doing this. So the body is stressed, and it's in a state of constant inflammation. Do you understand? And that's the reason why, well, it's no surprise that we are ill and uncomfortable and suffering from something. So the bottom line is our current food choices lead to inflammation, okay? So they also lead to your weight gain and the pain that you're in, the distress that you're in. But the good news is that you can completely reverse this by paying attention to those things, by improving your diet, by getting regular exercise, because when you are exercising, your body fights that the invaders as well. It sends out a healing response by making sure you're getting enough sleep and by reducing your stress. Okay? But diet is everything. All right? Bottom line is you are what you eat. So what should you be eating? Okay, so first of all, we all need fiber. Because we're reaching for those convenience foods, they are low in fiber, okay? So then the food sits in the gut and it doesn't move along. Then it'll become festering there, okay, fermenting there, and then it becomes disease there, and that's how you end up with your cancers and things. So we want to feed the gut with something that's going to help the food to move along, okay? And fiber is where we should start. Foods high in fiber is what you should be eating, okay? And what they do is they go into the gut and then the bacteria uses them, it digests them, and our gut has really good bacteria that help to digest the food and move the food along. And that's how we keep our guts healthy, all right? So first of all, we must be eating fiber to help combat any chronic diseases and reducing your risk of diabetes, okay? The other thing we should be looking at is vegetables. So plant-based proteins that are vegetables, okay? And also seeds. So if we go for nuts, for seeds, for peas, for beans, for lentils, okay? If you are a vegetarian and you're reaching for soybean, then go for a natural soybean like the edamames. They are absolutely delicious, okay? Or the natural tofu. Try not to go for the processed stuff because those things are extremely carcinogenic, okay? So if you're vegetarian, you really need to be paying attention to where you're getting your proteins from because you need proteins to survive, okay? So reaching for good quality proteins, okay? If you're not sure, please contact me. You really need to be looking at that. It's very, very important, okay? Then when you're going for your vegetables, when you're shopping in the supermarkets, make sure that you are reaching, just walking along and grabbing lots of colorful vegetables. Yes, you must be eating your greens because they're high in vitamin A and they help the body to be alkaline, but you also need to be getting all the other nutrients from highly colorful vegetables and fruits, okay? So everything is rich in a different mineral or vitamin or whatever, so make sure you're getting a lot of variety of vegetables and fruits in your diet, okay? And then we know that you're getting all the essential nutrients that you need. Okay, great. So now the other thing is we eat far too much salt and pepper, okay? And they're not good for your bodies. So I'd like to encourage you to reach for herbs, grow them in your gardens, okay? And spices, so you know that turmeric, cayenne, cinnamon, those things are anti-inflammatory, all right? So you want to be reaching for those things because they're going to be very tasty. You need to wean yourself off the salt and peppers and go for more for the spices and the herbs, okay? Great. Omega-3s, all right? So I'm a great believer in flaxseed oil, okay? So they're very good for boosting your health, for boosting your mood, and they are very, very good for inflammation. So that's why I like the flax seeds oils. The chia seeds, put them in your breakfasts, in your smoothies, okay? Hemp seeds, it's a controversial subject, but they are very good for your health. So hemp seeds are very good for inflammation. So you're looking for omega-3. So you need to be eating your salmon and sardines as well, okay? Great. So what shouldn't you be eating? Well, you all know I'm going to say sugar. Sugar is dreadful. It's found in everything that's comforting. And unfortunately, what it does is it creates an overgrowth of bacteria in your gut, which then turns into inflammation. It also raises your level of blood sugar in your blood, which is a catastrophe, okay? We need to be reducing your level, and we need to be stabilizing your blood sugars. So you need to be reaching for those proteins I was talking about, okay? Because they will help to stabilize your blood and stay away from those comfort foods, okay? Right, you shouldn't be living on those things. They're just treats, okay? Now another thing which is something we need to be looking at is the quality of the meats that you are eating. Yes, I know that people are promoting the organic, and the reason why is that those creatures, those animals, haven't been eating any chemicals that are out there that have been sprayed to make sure that there are food for these people, these creatures to eat, these animals. They're then eating in and consuming chemicals which is then passed on to you. and that will be stored in the saturated fats of these animals, okay? So if you can afford to, or if you can reach for a good quality product like an organic meats, organic vegetables, those things won't have the toxins and the chemicals and the pesticides in them. Okay, so that's why we reach for the organic, if you were wondering. That's the reason why. Then the other thing you need to be looking at is the quality of the grains that you're eating. So, it might say on the bread that it's made out of wheat, but it might be, be completely processed. So I don't like my clients to eat bread. I like them to stay away from them, okay? Please be very careful about the quality of the products that you're eating. Read the labels. Always going for organic, all right? And then the way you cook your food. So you must be looking at steaming, baking, all right, roasting, as opposed to flame grilling, because that charcoaling effect on the meat is carcinogenic, which creates an inflammatory response, which will make you ill. Okay. So when you've been diagnosed with a chronic illness, it's a signal that your body is being overloaded. Your whole system is being overloaded. So you need to be looking at waters that are filtered, so that you are helping your system to clear out the toxins, instead of drinking waters that are high in chemicals, and then you're just adding more chemicals to your body, and then it's overloaded. Okay. So making these healthier lifestyle choices are going to make a significant difference to your life and the quality of your life, okay? And that's what I'm standing here in front of you, is to encourage you to start looking at what's on your plate, looking at what's putting in your trolley, because the bottom line is you need to eat less, you need to eat slower, you need to eat better quality, and you need to be exercising and moving more. And that's how you're going to deal with inflammation in your body, and you're going to prevent the chronic illnesses. And that's why I'm here, is to help every woman discover her smile, and so you need to be healthy. Okay, so thank you for joining me, and I hope that you found this beneficial. Have a lovely rest of your day.